Hey guys, welcome to IT Contents channel, and in today's video I'll be showing you how to set up Kali Linux on VirtualBox and how to download and set up VirtualBox with everything that you need for VirtualBox and setting up Kali Linux and writing your first command on the terminal. So let's get started. So as you can see, I'm by kalilinux.org, of which I've linked links to where all the sites I'm going to go to in the description. So you want to visit Kali here, and then you want to go where it says bare metal. That's the one we're going to use in this video. Or if you want, you can go with the virtual machine. The setup is still the same, but I prefer going with the bare metal since I've had good experiences with it. So you want to click bare metal. Then here you want to make sure 64-bit is selected, or if you're running a 32-bit system, you can use 32-bit. Okay, then you want to click where it says download there, which is 2.9 gigs. So when you click download, you should see it pop up here by the corner. Okay, so then you also need VirtualBox, of which you can open a new tab and just type in download VirtualBox like that, then press enter. So this will take you to here. You want to go where it says virtualbox.org, click that. Okay, so once you go to virtualbox.org, here you want to make sure you download VirtualBox depending on the platform you're on, Windows, iOS or Linux. So on Windows, you just need to click where it says Windows host. Okay, and that should start downloading, as you can see by the corner. And also you need one other important thing that will help you and to run your virtual machine smoother. So you want to scroll down here, you want to download also this VirtualBox extension pack. This is very useful, and as you can see, support for USB 2 and USB 3 devices, all these other cool things that it does. So you just need it. Okay, so you can also click on all platforms and then just leave it to download. As you can see, it will download there. So I'll cancel the download since I already have the files, so you just need to wait for it, pause the video, and we'll continue. So once you have the files downloaded, we want to install VirtualBox. So what we'll do here is I'll go to the place where I downloaded my VirtualBox, just open up there, and I'll double click my VirtualBox. Okay, then we'll install VirtualBox. Just leave it to pop up. Okay, alright, so this is what you should see. Just go with next. Here you can leave everything as is, and then you can go with next. So here, this warning, just need to say yes, click install. Okay, so we'll leave it to install all the packages and stuff, then we'll jump into setting our card. Okay, so now once the installation for VirtualBox is done, we want to also install our extension pack. Okay, so once you double click the extension pack, it will bring this dialog. Just click install, and then if you can read through that and click agree, and also that will start installing it, and to say successfully you click OK. So now the first step is done. We just need to now set up Kali Linux. Okay, so what we are going to do here is you want to click where it says new, click that. Then from here we can set up what we want to call the virtual machine. So in my case, I'll say Kali Linux. So as you can see, it automatically detected the type of operating system that is Linux, but here you want to specify the version, of which you have to go down, scroll down, click Debian 64-bit, click that. Okay, so here if you want to, you can choose the location for your virtual machine. Okay, so in my case, I have a special folder for that, of which I can change that, but for you it's not mandatory. You can leave it as default. So I just want to put it in where my virtual machines are kept. Okay, so I'll choose my VMs there, select. Okay, so that's where it's going to store my virtual machine. So now I can go with next. Okay, so from here we need to give our virtual machine RAM, of which I recommend at least above 4 gigs or 4 gigs. That will make your virtual machine run smoother, but you can still give it 2 gigs, it will still run. Okay, so give it 4 like that, then I'll click next. Then here you want to create a virtual hard disk. just click create. Okay, VDI here is fine, you can go with next. Then here dynamically allocated, that's what you want, so depending on the use of the virtual machine to scale up or down. Okay, then I can go with next. Then here is showing us that's where it's going to store the VDI file, which is a virtual disk image. Okay, then here under the recommendation is 20 gigs and above, so I'll give the virtual machine 30 gigs. Okay, but here you can give it whatever you want as long as it's above 20 gigs. Then you want to click create. So now that it has created the virtual machine settings, here we just need to do a little bit of adjustments to it before we start anything else. So you want to click on it where it's highlighted blue and go to settings. Okay, so now once it opens up settings, you want to click advanced. Okay, so here if you want to share the clipboard with your main system, so if you know you're going to be doing anything that you don't want your main system to be affected on, you don't want to switch this on because that will affect your system, because maybe a virus you're testing can jump into your main system. But here where it says system, that's where you want to be. Then here our memory, as you can see, as we set it 4 GB, you want to go where it says processors and you want to give it processors. So in my case I'll give it 2 CPUs. If you want you can go up to 4, but you don't want to exceed that. Okay, so the way it is at 2 is fine for me. Then you want to click on display. Okay, so under display, for a smooth experience, you want to max out this part here, which is a video memory. You want to max it out to that. Okay, so once that is done, you want to click on storage. So here this is now where we're going to add our Kali Linux image that we've just downloaded. So you want to click empty, the empty disk layer, and you want to click this blue icon. Then from there you want to click where it says choose a disk file. You want to click that. Then you want to locate your image where you put your Kali Linux image. Where did you download it? Okay, so I'll look for mine where I've put it, and also you look for yours. So I'll go in my systems, Linux. I'll go with my Kali Linux 2022.3, which is a new download that we've downloaded. Okay, so after double clicking it, it has added it here. Okay, so also here under network, as you can see, it's under NAT at the moment, so it will behave as if it's on its own separate network. So meaning your actual system, your main system, can't connect to the VM directly. If you want that, you need to set up as bridged adapter. Okay, so for now we'll leave everything as is, as default. Then you want to press OK. Okay, so now our virtual machine is ready to be started. So I'll close this part. So here you just want to click on it and click start. Okay, so that should trigger our virtual machine to start up, and we can start installing Kali Linux. So as you can see, it's starting up the virtual machine. Okay, so here we are going to go with a graphical install. Just click the graphical install. Okay, so here once you click on the virtual machine itself, you'll see you can't use your mouse anymore. So here you'll be using your arrow keys. So click on graphical, pressing enter. Okay, so now from here we want to choose your language. So I'll go with English the way it is by default and click next, continue. Okay, then here you want to choose your current location or country. So in my case I'll choose that country, Zambia, and go with next or continue. Okay, then here the keyboard configuration, you choose also which keyboard configuration you want to use. So I'll use the same American English and go with continue. Okay, so that will detect our mounted device, so just leave it to do its thing. Okay, so now that it's done that, you just leave it. Okay, so here it wants you to give it a host name. Okay, so here you can give it any host name of your choice. So in my case I'll give it the channel's name, which is IT content, like that. Then I want to go with continue. Okay, domain name, you can just leave that blank, click continue. Okay, so it's now configuring the network. So here you can add in a full name for the user. Okay, so here you can write in whatever you want. Also here I'll just put in the channel's name, which is IT Contents for this video, like that. Then I'll go with continue. Okay, so here it's saying username for the account. So here this is what I want my username to be, so I'll just go with continue. Okay, so as usual it wants you to have a password, so here you can just put in any password of your choice, like that. Okay, once you put in your password, you want to click continue. Okay, so here it's detecting the disk, so you just leave it. Okay, so from here you want to go with guided the way it is by default, just click continue. Then here we want that disk, so it's fine, we can also go with continue. Okay, then also here recommended for new users, just go with the same default setting and go with continue. Okay, so here as you can see we've finished the partitions the way it is, it's fine. You want to click continue again. Okay, so now from here you want to click yes. Okay, since we are done setting up the partitions, we want it to be like that. Then you want to click continue. Okay, so now from here I'll jump to the point where it asks us some questions, so I'll skip to that part so that I don't keep you waiting. Okay, so now from here we want to keep the default settings, but for me I like this desktop, so I also install it by ticking it. Then also you want to go with continue from here. Okay, so from here we can go with the same default manager and go with next. Okay, so from here also you just want to leave it on yes and go on next. Here you want to select our partition, so click on that partition and then go with continue. Okay, so as you can see now we can make it full screen by pressing the maximize there. Okay, so here you want to click your username, then here you need to put in your password that you had put in earlier. So for Kali Linux, once it loads up, it always maximizes to be full screen, and also you can go on view and say full screen mode, just so that. Okay, so as you can see, once you're done, it will look like this. So yours might look different. It's because I have used Genome, as you saw on my installation there. I had ticked Genome, that's why mine is looking like this. Yours might look different, your stuff might be on top there. Okay, so now that everything is okay, our virtual machine is up and running, we can then click our terminal and run a few commands. For example, Wi-Fi, like that, press enter, you put in your password, like that, then it should start up. So it's just that I don't have a Wi-Fi card at the moment, but that will start up as you can see. So our Kali Linux is up and running, as you can see. So I'm also releasing a new video on how to install Kali Linux on a Raspberry Pi and how you can use a Raspberry Pi to do Wi-Fi attacks, so you don't want to miss that out. So if you like the video, please leave a like and subscribe to my channel so that you don't miss any time I release a new video. See you.